Hi, my name is Sam Kuntz, and I am the head of secondary, DP coordinator, and business management teacher here at Gyeongnam International Foreign School. Well, I have been here at GIFS since 2013, so this is my 12th year now. I had lived in Korea since 2008 in the wonderful southeastern city of Ulsan, teaching in the Korean public schools, just teaching English as a second language. But I wanted to have something more steady and stable, so I decided to pursue my teaching certificate because I really enjoyed teaching. And I wanted to move into international schools. So, part of my teaching program through Western State Colorado University, I needed to find a place to do an internship for a year. And the internship had to be in an American accredited school. So, I literally emailed every single American accredited school in Korea, and nobody replied to me. Like, two places said no. Finally, at the end, someone at GIFS got back to me and said, yes, we'd love to have you here. So it was such a great relief because I thought I was going to have to go back to America. I had just been married to my wonderful wife, Eunjung, and we did not want to have to go back to America right away. So we packed up our bags and we moved over here to Sacheon. And after my internship, they hired me on full time, and I have been here ever since and loving every second of it. So over that course of 12 years, I've taught many subjects and held many roles. So teaching-wise, I've done English language and literature, English as a second language, health. Now I do business management. They also made me teach science for like a month in 6th grade, and that went terrible. I apologize to all my students who were in that science class. And in addition to teaching, I've had many roles here. Like I said before, I'm currently the DP coordinator, head of secondary, but I've also been librarian. I manage the resources here, and I've done like extended essay coordinator, CAS coordinator, and a few other roles as well. Well, I think the key to a positive learning environment is to have mutual respect and understanding between students and teachers. And I think the best way to develop that respect and understanding is through open communication from both sides. Teachers need to be able to foster this environment where students feel safe and welcome in their classrooms, and us as admin and coordinators need to make sure they feel safe and welcome in our program and in our school. So once students feel safe enough to be able to speak their mind without fear of scorn, criticism, or being laughed at by their teachers or other students, then we can develop that respect and understanding. Because sometimes teachers, we forget that students have 6 or 7 or 8 other classes, and we just think, oh, they only have my class. They have to go do my business homework tonight. Why didn't they get it done? So we have to remember they have to do that. We might have to remember that even though we think we might have explained the assignment or our grading system perfectly, that maybe the students still have a little bit of misunderstanding about it. And if they come to us and they say like, hey, teacher, please, I have a test tomorrow. I'm backed up on a lot of stuff. Can I please have one more day to do your assignment? Or if they come to us and say, I know you've explained it before, but can you tell me again just why I didn't get that extra mark on this question? We need to approach them and answer them with respect and kindness, and make sure to go over it again or grant them that request to help them out. And then once students know that they can count on us to have their side, that's when the learning can really start to take off, when they feel that they're safe, welcome, and that we are going to listen to them. And if students feel that, then we'll have improved student well-being. I think that will also lead to greater teacher well-being in the end also. The first one goes back to my first school year here. I was also the middle school girls basketball coach. We only had 5 players on the team, so they were playing every minute of every game. They were tired. we weren't even really that good anyways, so it was a hard day. We weren't winning any games. Our first game, they scored 0 baskets. We lost maybe 12-0, but they kept their spirits up. They were still happy, having fun. We moved on to the second game, and amazingly, we scored a basket. It was great. They were so happy. All the girls just gathered up. They huddled together. They were hugging and jumping up and down. Yay! We're all so happy. Yay, yay, yay. We scored a basket. And they were doing that for so long that the other team inbounded the balls, ran right past our girls who were just sitting there hugging it out, and went all the way down and scored an easy layup while our girls were still at the other end hugging. And it was so cute. It was very heartwarming as someone who knew these girls and saw how genuinely happy they were. So it was heartwarming in that regard. It was hilarious as a spectator and a watcher of sport, but it was very frustrating as a coach. Like, get back on defense, what are you doing? Stop hugging, we got a game to play. The second experience I'd like to talk about is in regard more to academics. So in the 2021 school year, we had our 5-year diploma program evaluation. That's when the IB comes and they inspect everything that you've done over the last 5 years. It's a very long, arduous 2-year-long process getting ready for this visit. And one part of that visit is when the evaluators of our program, and this was during COVID, so everything was online, digital through Zoom, but they meet with all the students, and no teachers are allowed. They meet with the students and ask them, how do you feel about the school? How do you feel about how they're doing the IBDP here? And it gets really candid and honest. So all of our students came to this meeting beforehand. They asked me, Mr. Kuntz, what are they going to ask us? And I said, I don't know what they're going to ask you. Let's ask about the school. And they asked, what should we say? What should we say? And I told them, whatever, I don't care what you say, as long as it's real, as long as it's honest, as long as it's the truth, then just go say what you want to say. They went to that meeting. They finished, they went back to class. Later that day, I met with the evaluators again. The head evaluator, she told me in all of her years, she'd never had such an open and honest class tell her their real thoughts about what's going on at the school. And I think a lot of people might be teacher, an administrator heard that. They'd say, oh no, they said bad stuff. What's going to happen? That's not good. They might be scared to hear how honest the kids were. But I was very happy about that because that's the kind of culture I wanted to develop here. And like I said earlier, I want open communication. So I was really excited to hear that my students portrayed that about our school and about the culture here. They felt safe to speak openly. And then that we got complimented about that from the IB, it made me feel really great as the coordinator. I think GIFS is a great place to send your children to learn, primarily because of our size. We have small class sizes, so that really allows every teacher to get to know and understand each student better, and being able to really determine and then act on how students, where they need to grow academically, socially, emotionally, and be able to help them and give that support they need. So we've had lots of students come here over my time where they haven't had a great fit at other schools, or they've been kicked out of other schools, or they've just had trouble there, and they come here, and with the support that we give them, a lot of them have really shined through and become successful. GIFS is a great place to work because of the community here. School leadership, the parents, the teachers, everything here is just wonderful, and everyone really works hard to make this school and all the students the best that they can be. And particularly I want to highlight the parents here, because parents here, they really understand the necessity to have that three-way support structure between parent, student, and teacher and school. So having that support structure and having parents who understand the necessity of that really can lead to better results. In addition to that, we have lots of fun events here thrown by the school, like pizza making, trivia nights. The parent-teacher organization gives us appreciation breakfasts and more trivia nights and gives us coffee from time to time. It's a really welcoming, wonderful place. And last but not least, sacheon is an amazing city. It's full of great outdoor opportunities, mountains, beaches, hiking, biking. It's a really beautiful place to live. Even though people think it's small and rural, which it is, it offers all the Korean food you would get in a bigger city, just less. Everything you need is here. The grocery stores are well stocked. And if you want to have big city life, have an excursion for the weekend, it's not that far away to go to Busan or Daegu are only 2 hours by bus. Seoul is only 4 hours away. Sacheon, even though it's rural, it's in the countryside, it is well connected to everywhere and a great place to live. Hello, Tigers. I hope you know just how special GIFS really is, and I hope as we move forward in life that your time here occupies a warm space in your heart and mind. We've got a really special community, unlike anywhere else here on the southern coast of South Korea, this small little international community and international school. So I hope the relationships you develop here, the experience you've gained here, really stick with you and help guide you as you move forward in life, and that you always look back fondly at your time here in Sacheon and at GIFS warmly. And remember, no matter where you may go in life, if you've only been here for 1 trimester, 1 year, 2 years, no matter what, once a Tiger, you'll always be a Tiger.